Could the global tech throne be shifting from the West to the East? Is China accelerating a new strategy to win the technological crown? These are questions that have been stirring up quite a buzz in the tech industry. For years, American companies saw China as a promised land of opportunity, a vast market ready to be tapped. But recently, that perception has started to change. Take Apple and Tesla, two of America's most powerful tech corporations. Both have enjoyed strong growth over the years, but recently they've been losing their footing in the world's second-largest economy. Apple's iPhone sales in China, for instance, dropped by 24% in the first 6 weeks of 2024. Tesla, on the other hand, saw a 16% drop in shipments from their Shanghai factory in the same period. But this is not just about declining sales, it's about changing market dynamics. Domestic Chinese companies are stepping up, offering viable alternatives to American tech giants. Chinese consumers are increasingly opting for homegrown brands, and this shift is creating an imbalanced race to win over consumers. However, this doesn't spell immediate doom for American companies. Despite a 13% drop in net sales in the last quarter of 2023, Apple still generated $20.8 billion in revenue from China. And while Tesla's sales are down, they're not the only electric car company facing this challenge. But these figures do signal a real decline for two of the largest US companies in the Chinese market. It seems that the allure of American products is waning in China, and local products are accelerating to fill the gap. This could be a turning point in the battle for technological superiority between the East and the West. Indeed, the winds of change are blowing in the tech industry, and China appears to be at the helm. Apple, the tech titan, is grappling to keep its iPhone line in the hands of Chinese consumers. In the first 6 weeks of 2024, the sale of iPhones in China took a nosedive, plummeting 24%. This steep decline caused Apple to lose its crown as the best-selling smartphone in the country, falling behind domestic brands like Vivo, Huawei, and Honor. This shift in sales can be attributed to a variety of factors. One major contributor is the stiff competition from Huawei, a Chinese telecom giant that has been making significant strides in the smartphone market. Additionally, aggressive pricing from other Chinese smartphone brands has made it increasingly difficult for Apple to maintain its stronghold. But the competition isn't the only hurdle Apple has had to face in China. Last year, a ban was imposed on iPhones in Chinese government agencies. Employees were advised not to use iPhones or bring them to work, a move that wiped out a staggering $200 billion from Apple's capitalization. This ban coincided with the launch of Huawei's Mate 60 Pro, a domestically made 5G smartphone. This groundbreaking device is seen by many as a strong rival to the iPhone, offering similar features and capabilities. During the period when iPhone sales fell by nearly a quarter, Huawei phone sales witnessed a 64% uptick, a clear indication of the shifting consumer preferences in China. The decline in Apple's market share in China is a stark reminder of the changing dynamics in the tech industry. Domestic brands are gaining momentum, and the appeal of American products seems to be waning. The once shiny Apple of the tech world is facing a real decline, especially in the Chinese market. As a result, the luster of the Apple seems to be dimming in the Chinese market. Tesla, the electric vehicle powerhouse, is also encountering bumps on the Chinese road. The company, which has long been recognized for its innovative approach to sustainable transportation, has seen a significant drop in shipments from its Shanghai factory. In fact, the number of vehicles shipped has decreased by 16% compared to January of the same year, and a further 19% compared to the same period in the previous year. These figures come courtesy of the China Automobile Association and paint a picture of a challenging landscape for Tesla. The downturn isn't exclusive to Tesla, however. The entire electric vehicle market in China has been experiencing a slump, particularly during February, a time traditionally slower due to the Lunar New Year celebrations. But does this general market downturn fully explain Tesla's predicament? Not entirely. There's another factor at play: the rise of local competition. Chinese manufacturers are stepping up their game, offering innovative and more affordable alternatives to Tesla's electric vehicles. Take BYD, for instance. This Chinese automaker is making waves with vehicles that not only match Tesla in terms of quality and performance, but also come with a more palatable price tag for the Chinese consumer. The competitive landscape is shifting, the days of China being a promised land for American tech companies, ripe with opportunities, seem to be fading into the past. Today, Tesla is not just competing with other international brands, but also with domestic manufacturers who understand the Chinese market, its needs, and its desires. The road ahead for Tesla in China seems fraught with challenges. But as we know, Tesla is no stranger to adversity. It remains to be seen how they will navigate this rocky road and what strategies they will employ to regain their footing in this crucial market. While the Western titans falter, Chinese domestic brands are surging forward. The landscape of the tech industry in China is rapidly shifting, with local companies like Huawei and BYD stealing the limelight. No longer content to simply replicate Western products, these domestic powerhouses are carving out their own unique identities with innovative, competitive alternatives that are gaining traction among Chinese consumers. Take Huawei, for instance. Once seen as a maker of budget smartphones, it's now a technological tour de force. With the launch of its Mate 60 Pro, a domestically made 5G smartphone, Huawei has demonstrated that it can rival the likes of Apple's iPhone. This groundbreaking device isn't just a testament to Huawei's technological prowess, but a symbol of China's growing self-reliance in the tech industry. Similarly, BYD, a local electric vehicle manufacturer, is making waves with its affordable, innovative vehicles. It's challenging the likes of Tesla with its unique offerings, attracting consumers who are looking for alternatives to Western brands. But it's not just about the products. These companies are also winning over consumers with their understanding of the local market, their ability to tailor their offerings to Chinese tastes, and their pricing strategies. They're proving that they can provide value without compromising on quality, a combination that's proving irresistible to many Chinese consumers. And let's not forget about the support these companies are receiving from the Chinese government. Policies aimed at fostering domestic innovation and reducing reliance on foreign tech are giving these brands a significant boost. This, coupled with a growing sense of nationalism among consumers, is further propelling the rise of domestic brands. So what's the takeaway here? It's clear that Chinese companies have moved beyond imitation. They're now trailblazers in their own right, pushing the boundaries of innovation and setting new standards for the industry. And with the momentum they've gained, it looks like they're here to stay. Clearly, Chinese brands are no longer playing catch-up. They're setting the pace. As we look to the future, what can we expect from the tech industry in China? It's clear that the landscape of technology in China is rapidly evolving, with a shift away from imitation and towards innovation. The country is setting its sights on technological sovereignty, and in this race, domestic brands are gaining momentum. This change has been spurred by a growing sense of isolationism, both in China and the US, which has inadvertently boosted local Chinese tech firms. This isolationism is not only about geopolitics, but also about the technology itself. As the world becomes more digitally interconnected, the stakes rise. Issues of data privacy, security, and control are at the heart of this shift. With more at stake, both nations are recognizing the imperative of having homegrown, reliable, and secure technology. In this new era, we're witnessing a fierce competition for technological dominance between China and the US, two of the world's biggest economies. This rivalry is no longer just about market share. It's about who will set the standards for the next generation of technology. This competition is fueling innovation and growth within China. Chinese companies, once known for mimicking Western products, are now leading the way in various tech sectors. Take Huawei's Mate 60 Pro, for instance. This domestically made 5G smartphone has not only rivaled, but in some ways surpassed the features of the iPhone, demonstrating that Chinese users now have a domestic phone that offers a comparable, if not superior, experience. Similarly, in the electric vehicle industry, local manufacturers like BYD are making strides with cheaper, and more innovative vehicles than Tesla, catering to the specific needs and preferences of Chinese consumers. This trend is likely to continue, given China's commitment to technological advancement and its vast market of tech-savvy consumers. China's tech industry is expected to keep pushing boundaries, fostering innovation, and challenging the status quo. So as we gaze into the crystal ball of the future, one thing seems certain. China is not just participating in the global tech race, it's leading it. In the race for technological supremacy, China is not just a contender, it's a frontrunner. The global tech throne may well be shifting east as China accelerates its strategy to claim the crown.